thanks for watching my video. This is the third class of the first week, and I just have to say I'm having so much fun making these videos. I'm loving it. The world is in crisis, and at this time, like, I feel like I'm opening up finally. It's weird. So I figured we'd start off a little bit differently today because tensions are so high, anxiety is high, there's a lot of fear in the world right now. So let's just turn inward and find our inner peace. You are the eye of the storm. So let's come back to home base, which is us, which is your body. So come to a comfortable seated position. If you don't like easy seat, you can sit with the soles of your feet together, and you can support your legs with blocks or blankets, anything to tuck under the hips. Or you can just do wide-legged forward fold. But what I would like for you to do is we're gonna work on some breathing exercises first. It's called Velomatu breathing, and it's a way to trick your central nervous system into calming down. So whenever you feel just a lot of anxiety, or if you are on the verge of a panic attack, you can do this, and it will immediately bring blood to all the areas of your body and help you calm down. So I'll explain it first, and then I'll do it. So you take a full inhale through the nose, and then you exhale 60%, pause. Exhale up to 90%, pause. Exhale the final 10, you hold, and then you fully inhale. And you keep repeating that same pattern over and over. So, let's start. Take a full inhale through the nose. Exhale 60%, pause. 90%, pause. The final 10, hold it out. Inhale fully through the nose. Exhale through the nose to 60%, 90%. The final 10, hold. Fully inhale. Exhale 60%, 90%. And the final 10, hold. Do this 3 more times at your own pace. Take a second to check in. Are you feeling calmer? I hope so. We'll begin today by walking our palms forward in easy seat or in your choice of position. If you're straight legged, we're just going to do a forward fold. Slowly walk down and rest your upper body. Try to keep your hips on the floor. Let your head hang low. Relax the belly. And keep trying to take full inhales and exhales. On an exhale, walk your palms over to the left side and just rest back down, trying to keep both hips on the floor. Inhale, walk back to center. Exhale, walk over to the right. Rest back down as far as you can. Inhale back to center. Nice and slow, we're just rolling up one vertebra at a time. Your head is the last thing to come neutral. And let's do some of our neck stretches. Bring the hands to heart center. On an inhale, we're lifting our palms up towards the ceiling, trying to keep our shoulders down away from our ears. And my arms are pretty locked. I'm pretty muscle bound, so I can't go very straight. I need more yoga. On an exhale, we're folding our elbows so that our hands come behind the neck. And on an exhale, try to lower your chin to your chest. Inhale, slowly raise your arms and your head. On an exhale, push the palms together. The elbows come out wide. Bring it down to heart center. When you get there, lower your chin towards your chest and keep breathing deeply. Exhale, release. We're coming to tabletop. Tabletop, your spine is neutral, shoulders are directly over the wrists, hips are over the knees. If you have any uncomfortable parts, like if your wrists are sensitive or your knees are sensitive, just fold your mat over. Make it comfortable. This is your practice. On an inhale, we're raising the chin, opening the collarbone, letting the belly hang low. Exhale, tuck the chin, push the shoulders to the ceiling, bring the tailbone under. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale to a neutral spine. We're moving our feet over to the right side, and on an exhale, look back towards your feet. Inhale to center. Exhale, feet come over to the left. Look back towards your ankles. Inhale, center. Exhale towards the right. Inhale, center. Exhale towards the left. Inhale, come back to center. From here, we're walking our palms out forward and allowing, so our hips stay in the air, and we're allowing our upper body to sink towards the floor. The goal is to get your chin down. It's okay if you can't come this far. Meet your body wherever it is. Send your exhales to the tight places under the shoulders. We're creating body awareness. With body awareness, you can move the inflammation out of the way. Inhale up, walk the palms back, tuck the toes, shift your weight back into your heels. Maybe even rock side to side a little. Stretch the bottoms of the feet. Feel the pressure in your palms, kind of massaging side to side on the mat. Inhale, we're coming forward, tucking our toes. On an exhale, send the hips up and back for our first downward dog. Take your time, pedal the feet out one at a time. Our shoulders are pushing away from our ears, towards our hips, creating a long spine. And we're looking back towards the feet. I'm going to do a modified sun salutation here first, and then I'll do the real, like the full-blown one next time. You continue to follow whatever suits you. If you want to do modified the whole time, that's fine. On an inhale, we're coming forward to modified plank. Knees come down. On an exhale, we're sinking slowly. Belly, chest, chin. Palms come to just under the shoulders. The tops of our feet push into the mat. On an inhale, engage the core and lift the upper body. We're not relying on our hands. Exhale, back, push over the heels, over the knees, and come to a child's pose for a few breaths. Inhale, come forward. Tuck the toes. We're pushing the hips up, walking the feet forward. Take a deep bend in the knees. Hinge forward. On an inhale, we're halfway lifting. Shoulders pull back. The spine is straight. Legs are engaged. Exhale, let go. Forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lifting, raising up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive, fold down, palms come to the mat. We're stepping our feet back to plank or modified plank. On an exhale, if you want to take the regular version, you come and hover and chaturanga. So the elbows are tucked in tight. Inhale, push forward, come to the tops of the toes and raise. This is up dog. Your legs are engaged, the thighs are off of the mat. On an exhale, we're folding over the toes, shifting our weight back, pushing into down dog. Inhale, the right leg up high, keeping the hips square to the floor. On an exhale, swing your foot through, drop your back knee. Walk your front leg forward enough to where you feel a deep stretch in the in the left hip flexors. You can pad your knee. You can get blocks. If you can't come all the way to the floor, you can support yourself with blocks. These are extensions of your body. You can use them at different levels too. So listen to your body. But the goal is to feel it mostly here. You might also feel a little bit in the outer of the right hip, but we're trying to feel it in the front of the back leg. On an inhale, engage the core, squeeze your butt and legs. Lift up high. This is modified crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the palms down to either side of the foot. You can send your right leg back to meet the left to modified plank or full plank, whatever you decide. On an exhale, we're sinking down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Hips face the floor. On an exhale, bring the left leg forward. Plant the hands, drop the back knee. Again, use your blocks if you need to. Sink down into the front of the right hip. This erases what sitting does to us all day. You've got to get that leg back, both of them. Send your breath to the tight spots. On an inhale, engage everything, lift. You want a slight back bend, but we're not crunching ourselves. We're not hinging in a bad way. Exhale, arms come down to either side of the foot. We're coming back to either modified plank or plank. Again, do a flow. Inhale up. Exhale over the feet, push into down dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, swing it forward, plant between the hands. This time we're not dropping the back knee. We're gonna stay here in a lunge. Support yourself if you need it. On an inhale, engage everything, lift, squeeze. This is challenging. You can challenge yourself without hurting yourself. Exhale, come down. Send the right foot back to meet the left, to either plank or modified plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift the left leg. On the exhale, bring it forward, plant between the hands, engage everything. Well, actually, not yet. All right, so we're down here in runner's lunge. You can use your blocks, you can use your props. We're still trying to open up the hip flexors. Now, engage everything, squeeze and lift up high. Exhale down, left foot back to meet the right. Exhale, either belly, chest, chin, or hover in chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or up dog. Exhale back, spread the knees wide, feet come together. Hips come all the way to the heels and allow yourself to sink down to the mat. Rest here. Check in with your breathing. Take a few full inhales and exhales. Inhale, slowly walk your palms back. Tuck the toes, send the hips back. One more time. We're slowly walking the palms back towards the feet. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Let your upper body rest on the tops of your legs. Reach for opposite elbows if you feel stable. And if you can, straighten your legs just a little more. Send your breath to those hamstrings. Take a full inhale. On the exhale, let go of your arms. The head stays dead weight, and we're just rolling up. All right, let's step to the top of our mat. Our feet are directly under our hips. On an exhale, we're squatting down, again, so you can still see your toes. We don't want the knees to cross over the toes. Pull the pelvis forward, like don't let yourself have a sway back. It's really easy to do. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Now, your arms are supposed to be by your ears, but again, I'm muscle bound. I can't really get them there. Take full inhales, full exhales. Inhale, lift up high. On the exhale, drop the right arm, and we're stretching over to the left side. My bad. Breathe into the right side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right palm comes down. We're stretching over to the right side, opening the left rib cage. Inhale, rise. Exhale, we're sinking down into our chair again. Bring the pelvis forward, arms come up, hands come together, and we're bringing them down to heart center. On an exhale, we're twisting with our core, and then resting our elbow, our left elbow on the right knee. Now make sure that your legs stay even. You don't want to come unhinged. Palms pressed together, and we're looking up over the right elbow. Exhale, release to the floor, forward fold. Deep breaths. Take a full exhale to where you feel the ribs collapsing down, and notice how you just sink lower. Getting all the air out allows the muscles to let go fully. On an inhale, rebend the knees. We're coming to heart center with our palms. Tuck the pelvis under. On an exhale, we're bringing right elbow to left knee. Gently looking up and over the left shoulder. Exhale, release to the floor. Forward fold one more time. Inhale, we're rising all the way up. Okay, let's try a balancing pose. So we'll start really simple. We're gonna do tree. There are lots of ways to do tree. So just listen to your body. I'll kind of face, turn, and face. So we'll start with our right leg planted. So literally picture tree roots coming from the bottoms of your feet going deep into the earth. Okay? This is your connection to the earth. Like nothing's going to knock you over. put all the weight in the right leg and make sure there's a tiny bend in the knee. You never want it rigidly straight. The left leg bends and comes out to the side. So you can put your ankle up against the shin. So our leg is coming out, but our hips are still squared forward. Arms come to heart center. So this is a perfectly good tree. You can stay here, or you could come to the middle of the shin, or you can come all the way up high. I have to use my other arm to get there, but just don't put pressure on your knee. So either above or below the knee. You should be squeezing your butt. You can keep your arms here, or on an inhale, grow the tree branches. Exhale, bring the hands back to heart center, release the foot. Exhale, let it go. So you have choices. You don't have to take a full-blown tree. It takes some people years to get it. Some people can just do it naturally without even trying hard. Okay, so let's do the other side. You always have to do both sides in yoga because it's all about balance. Plant the weight in the left leg. Make sure there's some bend in the knee. The right foot turns out. You can either come here to the ankle, to the shin, or to the thigh. Hands at heart center, or grow your tree branches. It's really helpful to look at something, like find a point on the wall, something that's not moving. It's called a Drishti Point. And if you stare at it, it helps you keep your balance a lot easier than if you're looking at me, because I'm blowing in the wind, my tree's blowing. On an exhale, release all the way down. Okay. So, inhale, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. We're walking our legs back and coming down to the knees. From here, I want to open up the pelvis. So we're always, sitting. We're always sitting. Everything's always forward. We're either sleeping in the fetal position or driving or squatting or whatever. So we need to get the legs back in order to allow the hips to be balanced. Most of us have a hip imbalance. So you can take blocks, you can use a bolster, pillows, roll up a blanket. There are different ways you can do it. But make yourself a little platform. And we're gonna lie down on it with it hitting like just at your pelvis and the tops of your thighs. And rest the rest of your body all the way down. So this is a passive pose. And we're just trying to break up all that tight fascia that gathers right there in that area because of repetitive motion. And the fascia can trap the muscles. You can even bend your knees and gently windshield wipe the legs back and forth. It will massage the quadriceps. out here for about another minute. Okay, we're going to adjust. So we're going to do the same thing, but just scoot forward so that it's just above, the blocks are just above your knees. Again, we don't want any pressure in our knees. But just allow your legs to be dead weight. We're trying to mobilize the quadriceps. Again, you can bend your knees and move side to side. Tight quads can pull the pelvis forward, knocking the low back out of alignment. They're easy to forget about, but most people are quad dominant. Okay, we're going to move out of this pose. Bring the palms close to the shoulders so you can push yourself up and over your props. And let's just move them out of the way. And we're going to come to our backs. So we haven't laid flat yet, so hug your knees in and just rock side to side. Massage the spine out on the floor. If you hit a good spot, try to hang out there. Release your feet. Bring your legs to 90 degrees. Our knees are at 90 degrees. And you might want a prop if you have a sensitive low back. But the arms come out to a T. And on an exhale, we're letting both legs come over to the side. Now you can come to props. If that's safe on your low back. If you need a deeper stretch, just come all the way to the floor. When you get comfortable, turn your gaze over towards the right fingers. Inhale, roll to center. On the exhale, we're going the opposite way. Again, use props if you need them, or sink to the floor and look back towards the left hand. back to center. On the exhale, we're bringing the soles of our feet together and we're resting the legs down. If this does not feel good, tuck something underneath the hips for support. You can support your head with your hands if you want, but we're just gonna hang out here for a minute. On an exhale, scoot your feet a little bit away from your body and rest back down. One more time. On an exhale, push the feet away from the body and relax back down. On an exhale, straighten the legs. From here, we're almost finished. We're exhaling the right leg up and we're hugging the knee in. So try to bring the knee towards the right shoulder. We're like clasping our hands and left leg stays relaxed. Flex the left foot. Try to take a full couple of inhales. We are massaging the ascending colon. Exhale, release your foot back to the floor. Inhale, left leg comes in, right foot flexes. Cross your fingers the opposite way so it feels weird. And hug the left in towards the left shoulder. Our shoulders are pressed into the mat. This is the descending colon, in case you were wondering. If you're ever constipated, this is the one to do. On an exhale, release the leg back to the floor. Stretch long overhead. And on an exhale, just let the legs be heavy, the arms be heavy. We're coming into Shavasana, the end of our practice. Do a body scan, starting at the top of your head, all the way down. Relaxing any muscle that might be tense. much time as you need. You can always pause this video. You can stay in Shavasana for an hour if you want. When you're ready, roll to your right side. Take some deep breaths. We will meet back at seated when you're ready. Bring your hands back to heart center and close your eyes. Think about how you're feeling differently than before you started. Just know that no matter how crazy the world gets, this peace is always here for you. It's always inside. Thank you for coming to my class. Namaste means the light in me shines and honors that same light in you. Namaste. Thanks, everybody.